How do you feel about humans exploiting other animals?
Um, well, I don't like it. Can you hear me okay, by the way?
I can hear you. Yeah. So, do you agree that we should be respecting other animals?
I do. I think, I'll be honest. So I'm in my mid 40s and it's, lifetime of the meat eating. But I've been sort of, I happen to have been exposed to some,
I can't actually hear you very well. Are you able to bring your microphone like closer to your mouth?
yeah, is this better?
Yeah.
Okay. So just like I said, I'm in mid 40s and fitness enthusiast, but I've been eating meat my whole life. But recently, it's interesting. I've been sort of exposed to some different philosophies, and then I came across your live a while ago. And honestly, I'm not just blowing smoke. You've done a really good job of um, sort of articulating the ethical vision behind that a vegan lifestyle. So I've been exploring it, talking to my wife about it because she makes a lot of the meals. We also have children who are eating meat, so it's a big change for us. I'll be honest, I have flirted with it in the past. I didn't sustain it, but so anyway, I'm very interested in the both the ethics of it and the pragmatics of sort of being a maintaining the fitness regimen that I do, but also living in a way that is ethical. I have a dog. I don't know if you are on owning pets, but it certainly troubles me to think that I am consuming.
Yeah. So, yeah, vegans already in line with your beliefs because you agree that exploiting them is wrong. You agree we should be respecting them. I mean, it seems like you realize that we can't actually respect someone if we are exploiting them for any reason, right? Um, Now, do you know what the original definition of veganism is?
I don't. So I have a cousin and his wife. They are vegans, and the way it was articulated to me was, I guess they are more for the benefit, like the health benefit. I haven't really heard them, you know,
Okay.
I haven't heard them give me like the principles behind it.
Okay. Well, I just want you to know vegan's not a diet. It's an ethical principle that humans should live without exploiting other animals. So yeah, like diet plays into it because obviously if we're not exploiting them, we're not eating them or taking their milk or taking their eggs. But it goes further than that. Vegans don't use animals for entertainment, for transportation, for any selfish purpose. Um, and now, do you know what the number one benefit of being vegan is?
Well, for me, I think it'd be living um, in a court. Like I would not be contributing to the death of or the use of other animals. I don't know what your thinking is. That's kind of where I am.
Precisely. Yeah, exactly that. For the animals, they're not being exploited and oppressed by you. And for you, you're living in line with your beliefs. You're not being a hypocrite anymore, right? Because when you say that you respect animals, but you're exploiting them, you're not actually respecting them.
Um, can I ask what your personal opinion is, and maybe it doesn't matter, on having pets?
Yeah, so I don't like the word pets. I don't like to use the word pet. If I adopted an animal, I don't think that I would call them my pet. But like yeah, in theory, like I think it's fine as long it. I mean, it depends on your reason, right? So I believe in adopting, not shopping, because purchasing somebody is wrong. And I mean, it depends on how you view them, honestly. Like if you have the pet to serve you. If you get a pet because it's like as like a present, as a Christmas present, I think that's wrong. Individuals are not presents. I think animal companion is a much better word and a much better way to think about it. Like if you get a pet like for a selfish purpose, like if that's wrong. Like having fish in a tank because you think they look pretty and you want to look at them, I think that's wrong. But when it comes to like dogs and cats and these animals that are created by humans, it's kind of a difficult situation because like I don't agree with the breeding of them. I think that's extremely wrong. And paying a breeder, I see that as extremely wrong. But there's all of these dogs and cats that need homes and that have already been bred into existence or however they got brought into existence. But like we owe them taking care of them because we've put them in this situation. Like where I live, there's lots of homeless cats and dogs, and it makes me really sad. So yeah, I believe basically adopt, don't shop, and treat them as an individual, not as a commodity.
Makes complete sense. Thank you.
Yeah. So, if you were in the animal's position, if you were in like your victim's position, how soon would you want this injustice to end?
Uh, immediately, immediately.
Right.
Yeah.
How many more animals should be exploited because of you from now on? Should it be zero or should it be more than zero?
Oh, it should be zero.
So will you be vegan from now on, Sen?
I think so. I think you got me. I
But I don't want you to just think so, because I'm not giving you food for thought. I'm giving you a call to action. This injustice requires action immediately.
well, I can say I have not. Obviously, I'm part of the family, so I do need to have a conversation with my wife. But with regard to me, I can commit to. Um, you're not going to like this, but I will at least try. And we'll see the ripple effects of that. But again, I want to
Yeah. But I mean, if you were in the animal victim's position, your victim's position currently, would you want somebody to try to stop exploiting you or to just decide to not exploit you?
that right. You're 100% right.
Yeah, trying's not enough. You got to make the decisions, and you can.
Okay, I'll be in touch. I mean, I follow you, and yeah,
Yeah. And, like you can't control your family's decisions. Like me personally, I went vegan when I was 15 years old, and I was living with an entire family full of people that were not going to go vegan. So, that was a decision I had to make on myself. And, if I could do it when I was 15 years old, living with my parents, you can do it right now. You could do it today, then.
and again, it's not about this, but I will say, anyone who's on the fence about it, like vegan food tastes amazing. It's come so far. So again, it's beyond that. Even if it didn't taste good, I think you're making is it shouldn't have. We shouldn't exploit. Period. And I think you're right. But I'm just saying, as an addendum, it actually does taste pretty good, and it's
And you've already been eating vegan food your whole life, right? Like beans, rice, pasta, potatoes, fruits, veggies, nuts, seeds. Like you sound like you're American, so peanut butter jelly. Like we've been oatmeal, like we've been eating vegan food our whole life. It's really a simple decision for us to make.
yeah.
It's easy to decide to go vegan. It's hard to be exploited to death for somebody else.
And I think, where I keep what resonates with me is when you talk about living, and I don't know if it's your exact words, but living sort of in connection, not being a hypocrite, right? So, like, I can go to them and know that, like, I was not responsible, at least, my small part, I'm not responsible for the exploitation or murder of another animal, would, I think, make me feel sleep a little bit better. I really do. So,
Yeah, precisely. Yeah, and just, yeah, taking accountability for your actions. Because we only have responsibility for our own actions. Like me deciding to not be racist today, that's not ending racism in the world. But that's also like the fact that me not being racist is not ending racism is no justification to be racist. It's the same thing with this, because this is just another justice movement to liberate the other animals.
um,
And
go ahead.
sorry, what?
Sorry. I was just going to ask, because you are,
I cannot hear you right now.
is this any better?
It's a little bit better.
Okay, well, I'll end. I'm just wondering if you could recommend any vegan writers, thinkers, philosophers, or anything that I could read.
Sure. Yeah, can some of you guys put this in the chat? like, I would highly recommend watching Dominion documentary. It's free on YouTube. Highly recommend watching that. I would also highly recommend watching on YouTube Gary Yourofsky, The Most Important Speech You've Ever Heard. And that's a speech that's like 10, 12 years old or something. It's still very relevant to this day. People have been putting it in the chat, so you can screenshot the chat where it is, like screenshot Dominion, screenshot Gary Yourofsky's most important speech. And yeah, you can hear more about the philosophy of it there. But you already understand the philosophy of it, Zen. Like the concept is very simple. Like exploiting animals is wrong, so we should not do it. It's that simple. You already have a full understanding of it. So, like now it's on you to align your actions with your beliefs. Dairy is scary is a good one too. Yes, dairy is scary. That's a 5-minute YouTube video about the standard practice of the dairy industry. This is actually the video that made me decide to go vegan 8 years ago when I was 15.
Well, thank you, Jade. I appreciate everything you do.
Yeah. And one more question before I let you go, Zen. Do you agree that we should be standing up for these other animals?
Absolutely.
Okay, so don't just be a silent vegan, right? Also, use your voice to be an advocate for them. You know, like, there's so many ways that you can stand up for other animals, but they're dependent on us to stand up for them so that they can be liberated.
Well said. Thank you, Jade. I appreciate it.
Yes, I hope you have a great vegan life, Zen.